My passion's always been cars, and I think I probably need my brain checking because it's not normal. It's quick, isn't it?
Hello and welcome to another edition of Drivers Keepers. Now we're with the fantastic Lotus Exige, and the right colour as well.
We're going to drive it and we're going to find out all about Elliot, who's the lucky man who owns it. Welcome to Drivers Keepers.
So Elliot, what a car.
Thank
Thanks
you
for letting us film it. And it's funny actually because with the Lotuses, as I was just saying to you earlier, my first car was an Esprit S1.
Yeah.
So I've always had a big thing about Lotuses, but the Exige is something special. So just tell us a bit about why did you choose the Exige? Because you had BMWs before, I take it?
Yeah, that's correct. So it was a little bit different really. So as you say, I come from BMWs. Unfortunately, last 6 to 8 months hasn't been too great.
Yeah.
So the M140 I had before, that unfortunately got written off in an accident. Someone pulled out on me. I'd sort of treasured that car a little bit. It was immaculate. I don't think you'd have found a cleaner one.
Yeah.
And from that point onwards, I thought, right, what can I go to next? And the M2 competition seemed like the next step up, if you like. As I picked up that car, brought it home, that's when the problems started occurring. So I had slight ticking on the engine on the M2. We called BMW, they came to have a look and they said straight away it was the exhaust camshaft issue, quite a common warranty issue on the car, so they said they'd sort it, no problem, car was still in warranty. And then we get a call to say there'd been an incident with the car in the workshop.
An incident?
Yeah, and that came down to a fire. Basically what had happened was they'd let an apprentice work on the car, and as he put the rocker cover back on, supposed to have a camera behind the back of the block as he was fitting this part.
And the camera's there just to check that you've got the seal correct?
Yeah, make sure everything's in tolerance as the part's going back on, and
Right.
that step seemed to have been skipped. Yeah, and that's what came to the incident. It had basically created a tear in the seal, and as he'd gone to test drive it, not noticed, oil leaked out into the exhaust, and my car went up in flames.
Up in smoke.
So,
oh
yeah,
my
there
goodness
was about
me.
25 grand's worth of damage to the engine, so it was just written off.
And that was it?
Yeah.
So had you had any thoughts of a Lotus before the BMW? What actually got you? What got Lotus into the frame?
So, well, I hadn't actually mentioned this before, but my friend Pryor, he actually worked at Lotus on Sticker Lane in Bradford.
Oh yeah, JCT.
At JCT, yeah, and he said, do you want to come down and basically have a tyre kick in the car? So he said, just come down. So it's like, yeah, brilliant. He was going to say no to that. Have a go in the Electra R as well, which was like 900 horsepower there, new electric car. So yeah, went down, saw the car, and that was it. I was like, I need one. We drove it, and it was just non-stop laughs and giggles, as I'm sure you'll see.
Yeah.
And from that point onwards, I had a look at the car that was there, and I just couldn't make the figures work. So found the car at Lotus Central Nottingham, and it was there. So 3,700 miles were on the clock, and it's just ticked onto 13k this week.
I was going to say, so just unpackage that again. You got it with 3,700 miles, which was when?
April. Sorry, it was May. Yeah,
May this year.
May this year. Yeah.
And you've gone on to what?
13k now.
13,000.
So, yeah.
My God, that's incredible.
So yeah.
So you've really been kicking it.
Yeah, that's it. I've really been enjoying
You're
it.
certainly not a garage queen, that's for sure.
No. I'd like to go to Le Mans next year, and that's the plan to take this if we can.
Oh
so.
yeah, that'll be great fun. A real car to go to Le Mans in.
Yeah.
And have you got any other foreign trips planned, or?
Not yet, no. So it's all stuff over here. I'd like to go to Buttertubs, passing it, and Lady Bower up that way.
Yeah, Lady Bower.
Over her Moss Summit.
Yeah.
So take it up Snake Pass.
No, and the thing is about Yorkshire is there is some really great roads which aren't too far away, which really suit cars like this.
Yeah, it's perfect
You
for
know,
the B roads. I think these sort of get overlooked, but on a B road, I really think these are something to worry about. There's a lot of potential in them. So when you've got 800 horsepower Ferraris, you just can't use them.
No, not at all.
Road,
not at all. No, I'm totally with you there. Those wheels are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I love the wheels.
So you bought those wheels, they're aftermarket wheels?
Yeah, aftermarket. The wheels that the 350s come on aren't as nice. They're more like a 5-spoke design, which I wasn't a fan of, and they were black wheels, and I'm not a fan of black wheels personally. I just think you lose a lot of character in the wheel. You do. You lose a lot of, I think, the... sometimes you can lose the design of it. You just look, That's exactly it. It was like hidden in the arches.
Yes, yeah. Have you got lifting suspension on these?
No,
you haven't, have you?
No.
So obviously you've got to be careful, because my Mercy, I haven't either, and mine's the same height. And you have got to be a little bit careful, haven't you, sometimes?
It wasn't a problem until I lowered it, which I've just done 25 mil. And prior it was fine, but now I've really got to watch out. So like in John Lewis Multi-Story in Leeds the other day, and I'm always scraping out of it, but there's nothing you can do.
No, there isn't.
Thankfully the front splitter and the front clam, it's all got paint protection film on, so...
Yeah. No, great talking to you, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about roof creaking. I took the roof off the other week and I regret doing it because it wasn't creaking before. We've just got to basically put some gel on the seals.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's some stuff called fledgy gel.
That's what I bought, yeah. God, it's driving me nuts.
And when you take it off, presumably you can't take it with you. You have to leave it at home.
So the previous owner that sold the car to the dealer, he decided to keep the canvas roof for himself because they're worth like 1,500 quid, so he wanted to pocket that change. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't got a roof to put over the top when the permanent one comes off, so yeah.
Right. That's a bit tight, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to buy one if I want to.
Well, I mean, if you lived in southern Spain, you can probably guarantee it's not going to rain, can't you? But
that's it.
You could leave here on a beautiful day and it could be slatting it down half an hour later.
yeah, that's it. That's another thing as well. So the previous owner, thanks to him, because they normally come with like dials out of a Corsa, he's put what they call an aim dash in. And I can't go through the settings while I'm driving because it won't let you, but it's got a reversing camera on it.
Brilliant.
You get all track maps on it, so I've got from like Le Mans, so everything European all the way to Australia, absolutely everything's on it.
So that's not standard, obviously.
No, again, I think that was a £2,000 option, so everything seems to be two grand.
Welcome to sports cars. It does sound good, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, at the minute, it's yeah, you should hear it when it gets in the revs, it's ridiculous.
So now you've bitten the bullet and left things like tasty BMWs behind, and you can't go back, can you?
No, this is a thing, like, because it's so pure, you've got no power steering, and I always thought the M2 competition was a good handling car.
Yeah.
But now after driving this, you realise how bad it actually was. Like, not that it's a bad car at all, but just compared, if you're looking at steering inputs, you get so much feedback from this. Yeah. So I just don't think I'd want anything else now. No. Yeah, no, it was great.
I've had an Elise and a thing called an XL.
Oh, right, yeah.
So when we had our little girl, we had an MG, no back seat at all.
Yeah.
But XL had a couple of little really scooped rear bucket seats.
Oh, right, nice.
So you could just fit a baby chair in. So we got that. But that had, I mean, I'm going to say Marina door handles now, and you're not even going to know what a Marina is. It was a horrendous British Leyland 1970s car that had these ridiculous, horrendous, I can't even describe it. It looked like that. It was a big black piece of plastic and a flap that you put your fingers in and it came out, and that was how you opened the door. And this beautiful, beautiful Lotus had bloody Marina door handles, and every time I looked at them I was like, what were they thinking?
They're still the same. I mean, the wing mirror caps, they're off of Vauxhall Corsa, so are these stalks.
Those are Vauxhall, yeah, mine had Vauxhall. My Elise was all Cavalier stuff.
It's a bit of a parts bin special.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Enzo Ferrari used to say, I'll sell you the engine and I'll throw the rest of the car in for free. And I think Lotus is a bit like, I'll sell you the chassis and you can have the rest of it for no. That's what we do well.
My car was on fire then, it's just the condensation.
Yeah. you can't stop thinking about your car going up in flames now, can you?
I've been nightmares.
Oh dear, what a story that was. You say this exhaust is custom built?
Yeah, so a guy called Jim Valentine, who owns 2 Tubular up in Scotland, he custom fabricates the exhaust. I'll have to show you some of the pictures, and it's proper welding porn. It's phenomenal. It's how it's been made and how it's all polished up. It looks beautiful, and it took a couple of weeks to make and get sent through to me. And then I mean, the standard exhaust wasn't bad, like for standard cars. It sounded pretty good, but I do like my cars to be noisy, a little bit obnoxious, and you know, I need to know, I need people to know I'm coming. So
it's such a huge part of the driving experience, the noise. I think it's such a shame that the modern Ferraris just sound so run-of-the-mill now.
Oh, they do. I mean, I'm not a fan with the way Ferrari have gone with the V8 turbocharged engines.
No.
It's just not for me.
No, not me.
So I much prefer going back. I think the last peak V8 Ferrari for me was the 458.
I think, like you've just said, I think the as far as fun motoring is concerned, I think the future is firmly behind us, for want of a better phrase. The stuff from the 80s, 90s, noughties is just so much better.
Yeah, exactly. I just personally, apart from this, which I still don't think by modern standards, this is modern. It's it's very raw, it's very old school.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't find myself going towards a new car. I just think, they're quick, but you lose a lot of sensation because they've got so much grip.
Yes.
You know, so and they get up to speed so quickly before you're doing something illegal, and it just takes fun out of it. So.
You're doing license losing speed to have any kind of fun.
No,
you're right. This is the cars like this, and we drove a little Alfa 4C recently.
Yeah.
They're the exception to the rule. That's a more modern car, but it's got the soul of a noughties car or a 90s car, and it still does what it should.
That's it.
Oh, it's rabid. Elliot.
Yeah, so it doesn't hang around.
That is serious fast.
Yeah, it's quick, isn't it? So.
Isn't it?
But my passion's always been cars, and I think I probably need my brain checking, because it's not normal how much I'm into cars or whatnot. I've got a serious model car addiction. I've got a proper collection. My room's just full of them. It's honestly ridiculous. And
nothing wrong with that, mate.
No.
It makes perfect sense to me.
So, but I blame my dad. So.
Yeah. So do you and your dad go out in convoy?
Yeah, I mean, he picked his up on 1200 mile, and it's not much more than that, and he picked it up just after me, and
Okay.
he's very mileage strict, if you like. He likes to keep things low mileage, and he'll rarely bring it out. I'm going out on a Friday night to go through the tunnels in Leeds just to
Yeah.
just to hear the exhaust. So
Brilliant.
just wasting money, but it's enjoyable. So
Making memories, mate. That's what you're doing.
that's it.
Yeah.
Why pay all this money for a car that's just going to sit there? You know, use it.
Yeah, totally.
Use it. And if you want to shut it up, there's the valve on the column there.
No, we don't want to shut it. Wow. Thought I was going into first then, so it's third.
A money shift.
They're close, aren't they? Oh, yes please. Yes please. Oh,
Feels different sat here. Feels
first time you've been in the passenger seat.
feels very torquey from here. You get used to it when you're actually sat there. So
I just love Lotus. I was saying to Simon, when I had this 360 and didn't get on with the paddle shift,
yeah,
Ferrari's all I ever wanted, didn't like it. I was like, right, I'd come from a Lotus. I was like, I'm just going to go back to Lotus.
Yeah.
And these had just come out, and
Oh, nice.
I was so close to just chopping the 360 in for one of these. And then Simon said, well, have you driven a 430? And
Yeah.
I was like, no. He's like, well, it's a step change from the 360.
yeah, massively.
Before you discount it, you should go and drive one and just find a manual.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever, I'll go and do it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going for an Exige. Drove the 430, I was like, oh, okay. So I came very close to one of these, and whenever I see one, I'm always like,
they're both very different cars, aren't they? And 430, when I was growing up as a kid, I had that on my wall as a poster.
Right.
When I used to get like the Hot Wheels magazines, and it still is up there for me. It's the noise.
It is a great car.
Oh, yeah.
But this, my friend, is just awesome. Oh, I love the way it feels.
My favourite part's the gear shift.
Gear shift is incredible, isn't it?
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And it feels instantly relaxed. I'm not gripping hold of the steering wheel for.
And it's comfortable, I find.
It's very comfortable. You use that phrase "race car for the road," and it totally feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you know, when you start pushing it even more so, it's it's got a lot of that rawness to it, and the steering's so direct, there is no delay.
No delay at all. No, it's instant. Absolutely instant. Just wants to go. Oh, it's so friendly. Little slide there.
It's controllable.
Not even scary. Not even in the slightest bit. Oh, I bloody miss a Lotus.
Get one bought.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I mean, I say this about nearly every car we film, but understandably, I'm booking appointments to film cars that I want to drive.
Yeah,
so,
that's it.
You know, I'm not clamouring to drive something that I'm not bothered about, but these cars are right up there for me. If you've never driven a Lotus, go drive a Lotus, because it is another level.
I mean, I'd come from BMWs with good state of tunes on them, so whether they're pushing 400 or 450, 500 horsepower, and this is more fun.
Yeah, totally.
More fun.
envious of your car, mate.
Well, if you want to buy it.
I think you've made a great choice here.
I appreciate that, yeah. Love it.
Just well done for you, mate.
Thank you.
And thank you for letting us drive it.
No problem. Cheers.
Absolutely awesome.
Anytime, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much to Elliot who's let us come and drive his car, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, you know what I'm going to say. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon for another episode. Thanks for watching.
See you then.